Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Miguel and I am back with another video. Today's topic is something I'm sure means a lot to many people, and that is music. So I would like to start off by saying that I am into various different genres of music. I am into hip hop, R&B, pop, rock and roll, salsa, bachata, and even a little bit of country. But in this video, I will be talking about my two favorite artists and the impact they've had on me over the years. Now, let's get into it. The two artists that I'm into the most, more than any other artist, are The Weeknd and Halsey. And both of them mean the absolute world to me. And I'd like to start talking about The Weeknd first, since I've been a fan of his for a few years longer than Halsey. So I first heard The Weeknd in the ending of 2012. His compilation album Trilogy had just came out. And for those of you who don't know, The Weeknd released 3 mixtapes throughout 2011. And they were in order. They were called House of Balloons, Thursday, and Echoes of Silence. And each mixtape had around 9 songs on them each. Then in around middle of 2012, The Weeknd, he signed with Republic Records. And basically later that year, I believe it was November, The Weeknd came out with a compilation album called Trilogy, where it had all 3 mixtapes from 2011, and it had 3 additional songs on it. Basically to make it so that each mixtape now had 10 songs. And basically that was the first music from The Weeknd that I heard. And basically finding that album in late 2012, because I found when I first heard of The Weeknd was shortly after Trilogy came out. And basically finding that album meant a lot to me because my godmother and grandmother had just passed the year earlier. And basically I was looking for something to help with the pain of both of their deaths, and that's when I found Trilogy. And I remember the very first song that I heard, or the first 2 songs that I heard, that both of them had a big impact, especially the first one, was basically What You Need and High for This. And basically when I first heard both, they both made me a fan immediately. And then a little under a year later, basically his debut album Kissland came out, and that solidified him as my favorite singer at that time. Kissland has remained my favorite album to this day. And The Weeknd over the years has gotten me through the darkest of dark times. He has helped me so much from my depression, and Trilogy will forever hold a special place in my heart. And now I would like to talk about Halsey. Now, the first time I heard of Halsey was in 2016. It was around like the middle of 2016 that the movie Suicide Squad had just came out. And basically I was on Instagram and I seen this Harley Quinn edit. It was a video, and the song playing in the edit was this song named Gasoline by Halsey. And basically I loved the overall sound of the song, and it wasn't the entire song, of course, but it was, a little snippet. And basically I went into the comments to see who, if anybody knew the name of the artist and the name of the song, which some people did, and basically I looked it up, and the song Gasoline was on her album that came out a year earlier called Badlands. So I basically I listened to the entire song, I listened to the entire album Badlands, then I went back and I listened to her EP called Womb 93, and basically I fell in love with her music. Like, I mean, I truly fell in love. I've been a huge fan of The Weeknd up to that point. That was about 4 years already, and basically this was different. This was something different I was feeling. It was hard to, it is hard to put into words and to explain it, but Halsey became a different kind of favorite artist for me than The Weeknd was, than The Weeknd is. Then about a year later, I was on a train, and I began having this weird feeling. And whenever I'm in public, I get anxious, especially around a lot of people. And on this day, I was having an anxiety attack on the train. I was listening to some music, but it wasn't helping at all. And then a song by Halsey came on, and I felt a sudden wave of calm over me. Then over the next few days following that incident, I put on Halsey's music whenever I felt anxious, and I realized that Halsey is my safe space. Until this day, nothing helps my anxiety like Halsey. And I realized that's the difference. The Weeknd helps me get away from, basically get away when I'm depressed, but Halsey helps me get a hold of myself when I'm anxious. And when she helps me grab a hold of myself when my anxiety tries to take me away. And another thing is that I came out as bisexual January of last year, January of 2018, which was last year. And for those of you who don't know, Halsey is also bisexual. And I was in the closet for such a long time, and she gave me the strength to finally come out, and not just to my family and friends, but to the world. And she helped me accept myself for who I really am. And that is why she is my absolute favorite artist, and my absolute favorite person. Her music is my safe place, and she is my inspiration. So I will forever be a huge fan of The Weeknd and Halsey. They have helped me tremendously with my mental health. They are amazing artists and even better people. And I absolutely idolize Halsey. Both artists mean the world to me, but Halsey has literally made my life so much better. Her music helps me so much, and Ashley the person has helped me just as much, if not more. And for those of you who don't know, Ashley is Halsey's real name. So if I honestly don't know where I'd be without her, without either one of them, to be honest. So yeah, both The Weeknd and Halsey are my absolute favorite artists, and yeah, I love them both. I love their music, and I love them personally. So that's it for this video, guys. As you guys can see, music means a lot to me, especially music by Halsey and The Weeknd. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.